We started planning for the games in when we got back from the Gold Coast. It's been 4 years in the making. Obviously, we had 2 years of the pandemic where we had our meetings on Zoom and got everything together. And eventually we're here and we're all really excited. I've been here since Sunday, been around the Birmingham. It's absolutely fantastic. There's a real buzz in the place. People are so friendly. Wherever we go, walking around in our Isle of Man kit, people are stopping us and mentioning that they know people in the Isle of Man. Some people don't know where the Isle of Man is, and we educate them where it is, and it's just fantastic. The training facilities have been absolutely spectacular, really world class. So far it's been brilliant.
Fantastic stuff, absolutely. What would you say has been the biggest challenge of the last 4 years?
I think the biggest challenge has been for the athletes. From an administration point of view, it's been difficult, but not as difficult for the athletes. And helping those athletes qualify and get competition and actually, it's only a year ago that we knew the games would actually take place, and that didn't give them much time. Most of them were able to qualify, and unfortunately there were one or two that didn't get the opportunity to get their times or get their qualification standards, and that's really the most difficult thing that we've had to go through.
Indeed, I can imagine. But we have got 34 athletes.
I think it's well known that we feel that this is one of our strongest teams that we've got. I think all the good work that all the sports on the Isle of Man sport, and all that's been invested in our athletes is starting to bear fruit, and slowly our team's getting stronger and stronger. I've had a lot of meetings with other presidents from other nations, and they're all talking about our strong team. So,
what do they say?
Obviously, the first person that they mention is Cav, which is fantastic. But I think they're starting to get scared of us, and they ask, how our system works. The one night I was with the officials from Isantwini, which used to be Swaziland, and they were proud that their country of 1.2 million people had 12 athletes here. And I said, well, we've only got 85,000 people and we've got 34 athletes, and they were astounded at that, which was fantastic.
I bet they were. It's important for the Isle of Man, these games, isn't it? As you said, you literally educate people, put the Isle of Man on the map.
Yeah. I think the games is about spreading the word about the Isle of Man and putting us on profile, getting us on TV and putting us in front of the world audience. But I think it's also a lot more than that. Our athletes at the Games will inspire young athletes on the Isle of Man to dream and to compete in the Games themselves. And we've got to create that opportunity for them.
You think the Isle of Man's got a good sporting future ahead of it then?
Definitely. I think, the amount of volunteers, the amount of people who put their own time into the Isle of Man, the professional structure that we've got in place, the willingness of the government to invest in sport and know the value that sport gives to our community is, it's just refreshing. And I think the future of the Isle of Man sport is really good, and we're going to grow from strength to strength. We're definitely punching way above our weight.